Hi my creatives, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to learn how to make a kids short. Let's get started. So all you need is fabric, a ruler, chalk, and a tape measure plus some scissors. So fold your fabric into two and try to make sure that your quarter measurements will be able to fit. That's the quarter measurements of the crotch line. That's the hip line divided by 4 plus the extension to create the curve. So here this is going to be a short for a 2-year-old, and I'm using hips 20. I changed from 23 to 24, making it 24 divided by 4 is 6, plus the extension, which is 6 divided by 4, that's 1.5. So what I needed here was 7.5 width. So that's what I was calculating to make sure I have that on my fold. Then I started off by creating my my starting line. Remember, I'm going to leave some allowance, about a half an inch for the waist. So yeah, you need this starting line. So that's the 23 that I had thought of at first to use. Excuse me. So you divide it by 4, but later on I changed to, I was getting 5.75, but I changed to 24 inches divided by 4. So to create the crotch depth. For adults, when we are creating a crotch depth, we get the hips divided by 4 minus 1. But for a child, you can leave it the way it is, because remember they put on pampers. Kids of that age, about 1 year, 1.5, 2 years, yeah. So this one is for a 2-year-old. So yeah, I decided to leave it the way it is, making it 6 inches for the depth. Then here that's 9 inches for the short length. When I'm marking these measurements, yeah, that's the 9 inches. When I'm marking these measurements, I start exactly on that straight line that I drew at the waist. I don't deduct the 2 inches, no. So then after drawing that length, I add 1.5 inches for hemming allowance. For adults, I use 2 inches, but for a child, 1.5 is enough. So after drawing all my horizontal lines, my horizontal lines, I'm going to get to the vertical measurements. Here it's going to be an elastic short with elastic band. So what I mark on the waist is what I mark on the hips, and that is the 6 inches. That's the hip measurement, which is 24 divided by 4, marking it 6. So you mark that on the waist line and also mark it on the crotch line. Then I'm calculating the extension, which is the 6 inches divided by 4. Yeah, that's where you get it from if you want to know. That's it. The 6 divided by 4, again, I get my 1.5. 1.5 inches. So I mark that beginning at the line where the hip measurement was marked. I hope you're watching closely. Then I go up by 2 inches on that crotch line. I go up by 2 inches as though to mark my hip line, just to create the curve, just to create the crotch curve as seen. Yes, so, and that's it. Now I'm marking my knee measurement, which was 11 inches as seen, divided by 2. When you're marking the thighs or the knee measurement, always divided by 2. So here I have my 5.5 inches. It's what I'm marking there, as you can see. Then after that, I decided to add allowance all around. That was just trying to make sure the thigh measurement will be able to go through. The thigh of the child will be able to go through. Yeah, so now I'm going to mark 1.5 inch all around as my seam allowance, all around the short, starting from the waistline to the hip line, to the crotch line, to the knee line, and then the hem line. Yeah, as seen. And I just trace it all out like that. Draw a joining line. Yeah, and the next part is to cut it all out. When cutting, remember that where I drew the starting line, I left about 1/2 inch allowance at the top, which is going to be my seam allowance for the waistline. So yeah, we're going to include it too. This type of short can be for both girls and boys, since it's just a unisex short. Basically, it can be for both girls and boys, as long as they're kids from about newborns to about 10 years. You can use this kind of method to draft their shorts. Then to get the back panel, as you see me doing, you just get the front panel that you just cut out, unfold, fold the fabric again, because we're going to cut the back panel, unfold too, as we did for the front panel. So then just place it on top and trace out everything. The reason as to why I added seam allowance or round on both the front and the back, it's because the way I cut this one is different from the way I cut the one for adults. So yeah, and secondly, it's not supposed to be very fitted, because remember they put on pampers, so that's why you add seam allowance on both. Yeah, and that's the way it is. And then it's going to be kind of like a high waist, so that it fits perfectly at the waist, and then it's a bit loose at the thigh and knee. So here at the back panel, I decided to cut it into two. As you can see, you cut it into two, and that straight part is going to be the side. It's not specifically a back and front panel, but you'll get to see what it looks like. So here I'm just cutting out the pocket. Reason as to why I cut out the side of the other panel, the second panel that I cut out, was because I want to insert pockets, those inseam pockets. I'm going to add inseam pockets, not the ones that are seen on top, but I'm going to put inseam pockets. So that's me cutting them. They're about, I didn't really measure, but they're about 5 inches by 6 or 7 inches. 6 inches actually. Yeah. So they're going to be joined on that panel, on those panels, and you join them on the straight side, on the side that is straight, because that's the one that goes to the side. So I just separated my pockets to show you exactly what I'm going to do. So I get one pocket and place it on top of one fabric, and then the other is placed also on the other. Remember, they go on the straight side, on the straight part, because that's that's going to be the side of the short. So just place them about, I normally place them about 1 inch, and about 1 inch from the waistline, 1 inch to 1.5 inches from the waistline. But here I used 1 inch. So right from the waistline, you can place them there, and then that's where you're going to stitch them at. If you've made it this far in the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Yes, that's where I'm going to stitch as shown. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share our videos. And if you're a new subscriber, if you're watching my videos for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. I always post new videos every Wednesday. Hit the notification bell so that you're notified. For those returning subscribers, thank you so much and keep coming back. So this is it after stitching. As you can see, the pieces are well attached, and now I'm going to join them together again. So place right sides facing and then go around the way you see my finger moving. So that and that is it after stitching. You see our pocket is an inseam pocket. That's how it has come out. So now it's time to join the different panels. So place them right sides facing like that, and then stitch the curve the way you see, only at the curve area, the crochet curve area. Join. So here I have joined. As you can see, the short is joined and it's already starting to come out. Yay! I like it when I see my product starting to really take shape. So that's how our short is going to be. As you can see, it's so small for a child. Yes, so that's how it's going to look. Our small pocket is there that fits the elbow hands. It's already taking shape as seen. So that is it. The pocket is there. Then that's now our crotch, the thigh, the inseam at the thigh. So what we're going to do before joining it, we're going to hem. We're going to hem it very well. Remember the 1.5 inch we added for the hemming allowance? Fold that into 2. You can do half an inch first and then join the other 1 inch and do it for both sides and stitch. So keep stitch around. Now this is it after stitching. You can see the hem. We finished hemming our shorts as seen. And that's how they look. They're really cute. And now next we're going to join the inseam for the thigh. So you just turn it inside out and join it from the inside. So that's what we're going to do. Just make sure the inseam is well aligned and then join there. So after joining, this is how it looks like. That's how our short looks like. And then we're going to add next part is to add the waistband. With this kind of waistband, I don't add any stiff. I only use the fabric. So and maybe I add elastic inside. So that's it. It has already taken shape. As seen. Now to join the waistband, you're going to measure the waist of the short itself the way it is. As you can see, get your starting point and go around like that so as to get the perfect measurement for the short. Mine is 28 inches and a half. 28 inches and a half. That's what I got. So it's what I'm going to measure here on this piece, and then add another half for joining allowance. But later on, I changed the waistband to a bigger one after realizing this was small in the width and it was not going to accommodate my elastic, because my elastic is 1 inch. So that's just the half inch that I am adding for joining allowance. Yeah, just cut it out. This is just to show you how a normal waistband is added. Even for adults, this is how I add their waistbands, as long as I'm going to do an elastic short. So that is it. This was 2 inches, but and I needed 3.5 inches. So here I'm just demonstrating what to do, but later on you'll see I'll get a bigger one. So I just join it there, and then get the right sides facing, right side of the waistband and right side of the short facing. I stitch around. Yes, so this is the bigger piece that I got. This is measuring 3.5 inches. So this will fit my elastic band perfectly, because my elastic band is about 1 inch. So I join it around. Remember to leave a casing when you're joining, where you're going to insert your elastic band. So yeah, there it's fully joined. If you don't know how to attach a waistband using a ditch stitch, go to my videos, my video of how to make a short with any short, either the one with a zipper or the one with an elastic waistband. Watch it and you'll get to see how to use the ditch stitch. So yeah, so my client's measurement for the waist was 22. For the child it was 22. So when I'm adding elastic, I always deduct 10 inches, 8 to 10 inches. So here I deducted 10 inches, making it 12 inches from 22. Then I added just half an inch, making it 12.5 for joining allowance. So that's the casing I left. I'm going to insert using a safety pin. Then after I join, so this is me after adding, inserting the safety pin, inserting the elastic using the safety pin, and now I'm trying to move it all around, also after joining. So I'm trying to make sure it enters very well in its casing and settles well, so that we can close that gap. So you can see it has entered very well in the casing. Now we're going to stitch there. Don't forget to back stitch. Yeah, and that's how our short looks like, and that's how it has turned out. You can see it's really beautiful, really pretty. I also made a shirt for it, which I patched. For those of you who haven't watched the video, it's the previous video I just posted, so go ahead and watch it. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Thanks for watching.